Today we're looking at how we determine tone from a passage. The particular passage we're going to talk about today is from the book Snow in August, written by Pete Hamill. This is the final scene in the book, and we're going to read through it together and then look at particular words that the narrator uses to get across how he feels about this event. So we'll read through it together once, and then we'll go looking at those specific words that are going to point us to how does he feel about it, what is his attitude toward the topic. Leah, he whispered. She was among the women, her face pale and angelic, and Rabbi Hirsch walked quickly, almost running, to the rear of the crowded sanctuary, his jaw loose, his eyes wide, and scrambled up the stairs, with Michael and the Golem behind him. In the loft, the women were jammed together like a wall, and then Leah Uretsky shouldered her way through, her face dissolving in happiness. Rabbi Hirsch embraced her, holding her fiercely, almost desperately, whispering into her dark hair. And then they stepped out through the open door to the small roof where the spires of Manhattan blazed magically in the distance.
Now that Mrs. Place read the passage for us, we're going to look at specific words that the narrator uses to convey how he is feeling about this event that is taking place. Right away, Leah, he whispered. He isn't just saying her name. When somebody whispers your name, it would suggest that this person is in awe. This person has a deep respect. This person is awestruck, in disbelief to actually see someone. He whispered her name. She was among the women. Her face was pale and angelic. She wasn't just pale. She wasn't just pretty. She was angelic, as if he was seeing an angel, as if he was seeing an angel, something so beautiful and wonderful to him. The rabbi walked quickly, almost running. He wasn't just going quick. He was almost running to go and get to her. So he was almost running to get to her and to see her to the rear of the crowded sanctuary, his jaw loose. When you think of somebody's jaw being loose, think about how we think something happened and his jaw dropped to the floor. That's kind of what's happening. He is in awe. He is seeing this woman, and he is in awe. His jaw is dropping. His eyes are wide, again, adding to the fact that he's awestruck to see her. He's scrambling up the stairs. He's not just walking, he's rushing, he's scrambling to see her. In the loft, the women were jammed together like a wall, and then Leah shouldered her way through. Because they were jammed together, she had to shove her way through to get to him. She really wants to see him. She is so excited. Her face is dissolving in happiness. She isn't just mildly excited. Her face is just breaking out into this excitement, this joy, this happiness to finally see this man. The rabbi embraces her. It's not just a hug, but an embrace, fiercely holding her. He's not just holding her, he's fierce about it, almost like they've been separated for so long, they're desperately reaching for each other, finally, after what seems like a long time. And again, he isn't just talking to her, he is whispering into her hair. And then they stepped out through the open door to the small roof where the spires of Manhattan blazed magically in the distance. So they're stepping out onto the roof, and their background are the spires of Manhattan. When you think of spires, think of two things. Number one, you can think of Disney World. Think of Disney World and how beautiful and fairy tale-like this place is. I mean, these two people have been separated for a long time, it would seem. I mean, they're so desperate and so excited to finally see each other again, to be reunited. It's almost like the perfect ending to their little fairy tale. They are finally reunited. This is their happy ending, and they lived happily ever after. So you can think of Disney World, but then also think of spires as the steeples on churches. That idea of a church and that heavenly scene that we have here, I mean, he's describing this woman as angelic. She is like an angel to him. He is finally seeing her, and she's an angel. It's a heavenly, amazing thing. So the spires of Manhattan are blazing magically in the distance. They aren't just there, they are blazing magically. As I look at all of the words that he uses to describe this reunion between the man and the woman, as I look at the word choices he's made, I can draw from this conclusion that he can feel exactly how they are feeling. He shows us exactly what they are doing, how they are doing it. It's an amazing, it is a beautiful, it is an inspiring scene, and he seems like, in all this magic, he's enchanted by it. And therefore, I think I'd say that his attitude towards this scene and what is going on would be one of enchantment.